Hi, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. I'm going to do a little walkabout. This is actually now, when I did a video a few minutes ago, the chickens and the roosters were all making a hell of a noise, and now it's almost deathly quiet. Listen to that silence. It's wonderful. Even the dogs, I mean, we have manic dogs that are down at the house over there. I'll turn the camera around so that you can see instead of looking at my face. Oops. So I'm looking down now, and at the house down there, that is Tata and Maricel's house, and they live just down there beyond the mango tree. Now, if I take you and give you a look here, this mango tree is the play area of the kids, and they climb that tree, and that tree comes in for some brutal treatment, believe me, and there's no getting away from that. Now, one of the things I find about the hilltop community kids is that they're very untidy, and so trash very quickly accumulates, so you get wrappers and stuff like that, and they just get thrown away. So that and the building site element of how we live, there's our house. You can see up by the two double barrels there, that's our water system. Believe it or not, once the water is pumped up into those two barrels, which are obviously joined at the bottom there, that gravity feeds the house of Nanay, it feeds the house of Maricel, it feeds our house as well, and it also, there's Nanay walking around, and it also feeds Lena, and that's all the way down the hill there. You wouldn't believe it, but it works very, very well. So we've got the goats around and the dogs. Snow. Snowy, I guess, is really my dog, and so is Tiny. Tiny! Come here. Come here. The only indication is the ears. If you see the ears keep flattening out. Snow! Come here. Come here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Now, something you've got to look at while we're doing walk around. Something you've got to understand about dogs here, and I from time to time I try and tell people about dogs. Dogs in the Philippines are small dogs, and they have a measure of freedom that is completely unknown out in the Western world, because this is their playground. This is where they go. For instance, a little while ago, one of the dogs that is owned by, well, she's owned now by Maricel, simply because she's decided to live down there. But then she started to misbehave. She's a bit of a bully dog. So she goes down there and she starts bullying, and she gets whacked or something, and then she's sent away. Then she comes up to our place for a little while, and then she goes back down because she likes it better down here. Now, that house was built by Perry, and let me see, Perry and Manangrado. And this is actually Queen, isn't it? Hello. Yes, you wouldn't believe that you're a bully, would you? Nobody would believe that this little dog is a bully, but she is. And she makes the other dogs toe the line. She's the queen. So, you're a bad dog, aren't you? And this one looks like Tiny, my dog, but actually it's Tiny's offspring. Come on, come here. You can see. You can go. Go on. Get it. Go in. So, and that's Coco. And that little puppy down there, don't know much about that puppy, but that's, well, that's That's Marisol's dog, and the little clearing that they've made there. Believe it or not, Marisol did most of that herself, and she cleared and leveled the floor in there in what Filipinos call the cellar, and the cellar is where the dirt floor comes in. And very recently we managed to get the money so that they could concrete that, so they now have a nice concrete floor in there. But you can see that the house itself is very much done very, very traditional. But look at the idyllic setting. Look at that $1 million view. Now there's a little house right over there which you probably can see just the roof. Somebody came along and they were going to do some farming on that little part of the hill. They ploughed it and they planted, and then nothing happened after that. But they built a little house up there which has now been abandoned. Maybe we can see it a little better. It's a tiny little Nipa house. It's been abandoned. Nobody lives there. It's only one tiny little room. But look out and see how idyllic this is. And then I don't know whether the camera will allow for looking up there. You can see that this is where the kids play, and there's a little sack that forms some kind of a roof. But whereas in the west they probably would build an elaborate house up there, a tree house. It would be perfect for a tree house. But here the kids improvise, and they're very happy to do that. There's Nanai again. Now when you look at our house you can see that we don't have a front door. Those two holes on the left are going to be they're going to be rendered over. Good morning, Nanai.
Good morning.
Nanai is going down to talk to Marisol, her daughter-in-law. So there's one boy there. I don't know, have we seen him? Batchoy! Now, would you believe that this front porch... So, come on, my little baldy boy. Is that yours? No, you can have that. Thank you, honey. You can have that. Okay? So, are you getting used to your new haircut? God knows why. I have no idea why this little boy had this haircut. Look, he's got a little scar there from playing. What's this here? Okay. And the kids come out and play on this area, but with the wood that we had and that cross piece there, turns out that it was the wrong kind of coconut, and it didn't last. So kids jumping up and down. There's our little porch has already gone, so there's some work to be done there. That's where our front door will be, and that's where our windows will go in there. But right now they are wooded up. So this actually will come out to a much bigger porch anyway. So this will come out, and it will be a place where you can sit right outside the front door. This, we will put that red cladding over these. We decided that we'd board those in because it doesn't leave any wall inside. If you have windows there, it'd be nice and light, but it wouldn't give you any windows. So there's one window. Ah, the luxury of that one window. That window obviously is in our bedroom, and we have some more cladding to go up there. We've got one sheet of cladding, and I've lost count of the number of times that I've tried to order another piece of red cladding and a piece of green, but it just never seems to come, and that's an aspect of living in the Philippines that you have to get used to. Okay, well, there's Snow is quite happy on what's left of of our little porch there. And this would be our view. I often come out and look here and think how very lucky we are. Look at that. When you think that when Beth's family was started here, there was nothing on this hill. All of this was planted almost 50 years ago. And when we came, Nan and I had been waiting for water to come up to her kitchen for 48 years. Isn't that amazing? And then we put the pump down at the well. We dug a new well and we put a pump in. And we pumped it up and it comes up through the ground there and it goes up to those 2 barrels. And as I explained, then just by gravity it feeds everybody else, and it will feed our swimming pool as well. So that's where we are up to now. Right now we're in the middle of the coconut harvest. There's the shells down there. Actually, this area is very much an area which we're under planning. At some point we would really like, I just want to build a dome house. So that means digging out a lot of the earth, leveling out, making this much more of a usable space, because that's our guest house. And that is actually done fairly traditional. That's how we've been making. Hey! Hi! What's that you got? Is that your toothbrush? No. It's a spoon. It's a spoon. Yeah. Okay, so we still have a lot of work to do on the guest house, but it's kind of livable. And there's Nana giving something over to Beth. I don't know what that is. Hi, Beth. That's Beth's favorite place because you can actually get a good signal there, or for some part of the day. Okay, so this is a foreigner in the Philippines from our building site. Come home, come hilltop paradise. Well, and don't forget the chickens. Bye for now.